Good morning. A little check-in in the middle of the week. I didn't post a video on Monday because it was just a little bit crazy and we had lots going on with concert that evening. And so I was busy preparing for that. So I just want to see how everyone is doing. This is a crazy week if you're a performing artist. Lots of performances happen. We usually have 2 or 3, and then you add in ball games where pep band has to play. And so it's just really busy. Add to that my mother fell on Monday and broke her wrist, and so the same day as the concert. So here we are trying to add and get through things, and boy am I glad that I have some routines for self-care. I'm here to say, if you have not adopted some routines yet that help you, then perhaps think about that for New Year's resolutions. Not about losing so many pounds or not about this or that in specific goals, but how about just some self-care? Things like yoga, things like reading devotionals, things like exercising, and thinking about how you can use healthy foods to enhance your just your personal ability to take care of yourself. I know when I eat better, I feel better. When I eat a lot of sweets, I ache a lot. So in the last 2 days, I had not been able to do any yoga. I had kept walking, but I just hadn't had time in the evening to do my yoga. So I spent this morning, instead of walking, doing a full hour of that, and man, am I glad, because I was really aching. So what are some things that you can put into your life so that when things go a little bit haywire, you can keep it all together? Even though this is busy, even though my mother did her little stunt and ended up in the doctor's office, I was able to enjoy the time that I spent with her yesterday, and I'm back at school and I'm ready to enjoy the rest of the week until Christmas break. So what can you do to cultivate some peace and stability in your own life? Have a great rest of your week. Talk later. Good morning. This is a late week check-in, mostly because I'm having a rough week. And I'm wondering if many of us are having a rough week. If there's something in the air, if it's the part of the moon, who knows what, right? So I listened to a great TED Talk this morning. I'm going to do my best to try to figure out how to link it to this. I just want to summarize. I want to ask you a few questions. I want to get you to thinking and perhaps give you some encouragement. So this is about your emotions. Are you agile? Or, as she put it, do you have dead people's goals? If you want the feeling to go away, I'm sorry, but this was an eye-opening light bulb moment for me when I heard her say, you know what? The feelings aren't going to go away. Discomfort is the prize of admission to a meaningful life. So I'll ask again, are you emotionally agile? Do you let your emotions run through you? But then do they own you, or do you own them? These were some amazing things she said in this podcast, in this TED Talk. So I want to encourage you to again go out and listen to The Gift and Power of Emotional Courage by Susan David. And you know, things always hit us at the right time. The Discover the Word podcast this week has been a study in the book of Lamentations. And man, has it been head on right where I needed it to be in lamenting. And then this talk about emotions and are we agile? Do we own our fragility? So take a listen. Maybe take a look at the book of Lamentations. Enjoy the rest of your week. Try to enjoy your weekend, and let's own up and be who we are to experience even greater happiness. Have a great day. Good Monday morning. It is December the 6th. Can you believe that this is the month of December. I just can't. This school year seems to be going by so fast. Not that it's good or bad, it's just going fast. So, on this Monday morning, I just want to share with you some difficulty I had this morning. I didn't get to walk over the weekend because of other obligations that were going on, and then my foot was kind of hurting, and so I needed to take a break. And so this morning I got up and took the dog out, Mr. Patch, and it was so cold and so windy that I almost didn't go. But he hadn't walked for a couple of days, so I took him. And every turn that I made, I was like, I'm not going any farther. I'm not going any farther. The wind was hitting me in the face. It was so unbearable. I can walk in 20-degree weather, 15-degree weather if it's still. But when the wind is blowing, if it's 45, I'm just like crying the blues. So anyway, we walked. And every turn that it came to where I could make a decision, Patch just kept right on going because he knows the path. So I took it and I followed him. And you know what? I am so grateful that I did. It was a great walk. By the end, I was warmed up and everything was going fine. So on this Monday morning, I just wanted to leave you with the thoughts that, Mondays are hard, but get up, do the routine, stay the course, and your week will turn out the way you want it to turn out. Don't think about the past, it'll just depress you. Don't think about the future, it'll just give you anxiety. Think about right now, right here, right now. Stay in the moment, stay happy. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. And be thankful for another day, for another week, for your friends, for your family, for your workplace. To be able to serve someone else and to do something meaningful. And be creative today, folks. I am a musician first, and I'm going to do my best today to be that musician and be creative in it, rather than get bogged down with all the busy work that we seem to have to do as teachers and as business people. Be creative, have a great day, love life, and I'll see you next time. Good morning. So we're back after a great Thanksgiving break, and I'm a school teacher. Some of you've probably already figured that out, and most of you know me. So we were out on Wednesday, and today is Monday of the next week. I just want to say hello and maybe take you along with me for the next 3 weeks. We have 3 weeks of school before we get out for Christmas break. And I have decided that my goal for these 3 weeks is to let the world around me roll. Just let it roll off. Most of the stuff that we get upset and have anxiety over and worry about is all man-made stuff. Yes, some of it we create on our own. But I wonder if we let that stuff roll a little bit and we worked on more peace, maybe connecting with meditation to spirituality and to listening to God's word if you are a Christian, or if you're a different persuasion, listening to whatever in your realm, and just think about what is greater than us, and can we make our lives more peaceful by letting the world roll off of us, the politics, the craziness, the inflation, whatever it is that you listen to and drives you crazy. Try listening to something different. This morning I listened to a podcast called God Hears Her. It's from discovertheword.org. I always listen to my podcast at night from Discover the Word, and find some other things. The gal this morning that was on wrote The Peace Project. I might be late to the party, and maybe some of you have already read that. I'm going to check it out. I think it would be a great read for these 3 weeks of trying to get back to peacefulness and out of the anxiety world. So that's my practice. That's what I'm doing. And now that I'm done with the telomere effect, remember I said we need to practice. So That's part of what I'm going to do for these 3 weeks. Stay tuned and let's try and practice together. Have a great week. Greetings from the fishing stream, folks. How are we today? Happy Thanksgiving weekend. I want to show you a little picture of where I'm at today. Isn't this beautiful? No, it's not Colorado or Idaho or Montana or Oregon or Washington, but it's pretty cool for Missouri, and we're pretty thankful to be able to fish here during the summer. And yes, it's November, and this is catch and release season for Missouri state parks, and so we trout fish here. Yes, they're stocked, but we get to, in the wintertime, fish, like I said, catch and release, and there are far fewer people around, and it's just gorgeous down here if you can catch a weekend where there's good weather. And so far, we really can't complain here in Missouri about the weather we're having. So, a little check-in. How are we doing? Are you able to practice mindfulness? Have you found some resources that help you out and give you the opportunity to think about being present and in the moment? And have you tried some meditation? And how is that going? How is eating going here at this very festive time of year? Are you able to stay mindful? Are you able to think about the things that you want to eat? Take smaller portions. Eat a small sweet rather than a big piece of pie. So, yeah, like I said, just a little check-in. I hope you're enjoying your weekend as much as I am. Being grateful for what we have, and staying present in the moment, not worrying about what we don't have, not thinking about the past or the future, what could have been or what might be, but right where we are right today. Have a great weekend, folks. Bless you, and let's all be grateful and mindful. Present in the moment. Have a great day. Good morning. How are you this morning? How's your week been so far? Is your cup full or is it empty? And I ask these questions because here I am midweek post-show and wondering why I don't quite feel refreshed and renewed. And so sometimes I think that the week after we finish a big project or a big something in our lives, we often think, oh, we can just move right on. We should feel like such a relief is, we're just ready to roll with the next thing. Well, here's the thing. You got to wrap up and you got to move on at the same time. Time doesn't stand still, does it? So I ask, is your cup full or empty? Because I've realized this week that mine isn't full yet. It's getting there. I've gone back to my routines of walking in the morning and yoga in the evening. I am back to my scheduled regular bedtime, and I'm doing all of those things that help me. And my cup is slowly filling. But I wonder if it's going to take a little while because time doesn't stand still. And so again, I ask you, is your cup full or empty? Because we can't move forward and we can't help others if our cup is empty. So I'm working really hard this week on renewal, on keeping my routines, on keeping things back, getting things back to a way that can fill me up. And I've realized midweek that there are some things I'm grateful for, like all of the routines that I already had established to keep me going during those tougher weeks, and the fact that I am super anxious to get back to mindfulness, yoga, walking, good eating. Man, have I been craving vegetables this week. So my challenge to you is fill your cup. You can't help others if your cup isn't full. And also, living with the questions, who are you? What is your purpose? What am I here for? what do I want, and what am I grateful for? Have a great day, and thanks for sharing your time with me. Good morning. I'm sitting here on my yoga mat. This has been an extraordinary week. I just wanted to touch base with you on the last day of our performances. We are, on day 3. So many blessings this week. The kids have done so well with this musical. They are enjoying it. They're having fun on the stage. It's fun to watch them. If you live in my area, I hope you are listening to this, and I am enticing you to come. But the real reason why I am here this morning is just to say that in this week where life kind of kicks me in the patootie, I am excited and grateful that I have found the energy and the discipline and the want to get up still at my regular time and either walk or do yoga, or like this morning, I did half and half. I took a short walk, got Patch out, and we did some great walking, and then came back in and finished up with a short yoga. So I want to say happy Friday. I want to say go out there and find your blessings. Be grateful for what you have been given. Like I said, this has been a crazy, crazy week, but I am so grateful for all that the kids have accomplished, for myself being able to continue to get up and take care of myself. And I want everyone to be able to do that. So the questions I'm living with this week that I heard in a video that I watched of Deepak Chopra are: who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose? And what am I grateful for? I'm not answering the questions. I'm trying to do what he asked, and that is live with the questions. Happy Friday and happy weekend. Good Monday morning. How are you today? So last week I posted a video asking you if you have been able to practice. And so today I just want to share a little bit about what's going on in my life in an attempt to possibly help you think about what I'm doing and apply it to your life, not to just tell you what I'm doing. So this week is show week for us. That means that the musical is happening this week with 2 dress rehearsals and then 3 performances. So crazy, crazy week. So it has been very important to me to stay with my routine. And the most important routine is my evening routine. So last night I made sure that I did some yoga, because this week I'll probably have to either let yoga go or alternate between yoga and walking, because it'll be 10 o'clock or after before I get home every night. So I just did my yoga. I did my shower with my devotional. I made sure yesterday afternoon that I had all of my clothes picked out for the week. And then before I went to bed, I made sure my coffee was ready to go and that my lunch was ready to go for today. Those are the things, ladies and gentlemen, that can make you so much more ready for a crazy day, a crazy week, whatever it is that you have going on. So I encourage you to think about your routines. This morning I got up my regular time. I didn't let the thoughts of how crazy and tired I'm going to be by the end of the week to deter me from walking this morning, from going ahead with my routine, from listening to a video that I wanted to listen to about stress and how to reduce it. And so just doing the things that keep you going. Routine, routine, routine. How can you apply those things? What routines do you have? Enjoy them, use them, and keep yourself on track. Have a great Monday and a great week. All right, everybody, how are you? You've had a few days for self-practice. I've had a few days for self-practice. So this is a check-in. How is it going? What have you been doing? My week so far has been crazy, crazy. This is Tech Week, the week before performances for our high school musical in which I direct. And so I haven't had a whole lot of time. So my self-practice has been letting go of what I can't do and working really hard to continue good nutrition, my vitamins, my protein shakes, and to do as much as I can to keep my routine going. So Sunday I did a really good job of trying to pick out all my clothes for the week, and I've been trying to keep my evening routine with making sure that I'm listening to a devotional that I want to listen to. Rehearsals have been going late, so I've had to let go of doing an evening yoga routine after I get home. So I have continued my walks in the morning, and then this morning, instead of a walk, because I knew it was going to be a late night again, I did a long yoga practice. So I'm giving myself a break. I'm giving myself a chance to be okay with being extra busy and not being able to do everything I want to do, but I'm also celebrating the things that I can do. So what are you all doing this week? I'd love to hear from you. Have a great one.